We opened the doors in September of 2016 to the tap room, but we had been homebrewing in my brother's basement almost a year before that, I would say. We had been working on the concepts, coming up with what we wanted.
Mashed things two together. We started homebrewing with Jeremy, started drinking our beers and said, hey, these are becoming pretty good beers and everything. You know, and I tell everybody we just ended up drinking too much of our product and kind of came up with this idea.
Jeremy, the other original owner, was going to be leaving the community. And so it was going to all fall on Nick and Kelly. And
Nick came to me and said that he was contacted by Nick Hankey, and they were looking for someone to maybe buy the brewery. They didn't know what they wanted to do. He was like, do you think your dad would be interested? And I said, I'm interested.
Why not this be something we do?
It meshed with the vision that we would have if we ever wanted to do a brewery.
The Simpson family, you know, has been a perfect fit.
There's no hiding the fact that this is a small family-owned brewery because it's visible everywhere you look.
What kind of beer would you guys like?
Try to reuse as much materials as we could.
All the wood in here, everything came from my grandpa's barns or great-grandpa's barns.
You know, your boards on the wall there, all of the wood underneath the bar.
Those are my grandpa's ladders. Those were wooden ladders that I took every piece out and we cut down to make the size for the shelf.
Look around in here, you see all the different grain bags. Those are off of my dad's farm. Fairly certain they were grain bags from my great-grandpa.
Nick and Kelly, having such long-standing family ties in Jackson County, has been really helpful in having the rest of the community kind of open their arms to us. Family focused and small town focused. It's not just like a slogan.
We want to be as supportive back to the community as they are to us.
And feel like you're part of our family. We try to make everybody feel like they're part of the brewery too. Everybody would come in and ask when we were going to be having a kid, and it was a constant thing, and I would say, oh, the brewery is my kid, you know, I don't have time. But in reality, we had struggled with fertility.
Probably one of the most emotional stages of my life. You know, and then when we found out our first IVF cycle, you know, didn't result in a pregnancy.
Today, and I'm sorry to tell you that they are negative.
We're going to have to go through all this again, all these shots again.
There was 3 months, I think, about, that every night I was working at 8 o'clock, my mom would come down and I would go home, Nick would give me the shot, and then Nick would come down.
You know, I think we used the brewery as kind of a crutch to help us through that process.
We always knew we wanted to have a kid.
I'm happy to tell you that they are positive.
I knew it.
It just took way longer than we had expected, and but now that he's here, it's good.
You know, once he came along, I look at the brewery as a whole different, you know, image now. And we've got our regulars that are at the bar. You know, they've pretty much become family members.
There's so many people that are pseudo-grandparents to Niall now because the last 2 years we've every weekend spent with them.
And because of that, you know, that's what I honestly think helped us get through those hard times.
I don't know how to put in like a meaning of how much they all mean to us and how much they've all helped us to become what we are today.
Hopefully their customers feel that kind of love from our side because we appreciate them so much more.
Oh no. I walk in here, you know, it's been 2.5 years. Every time I walk into this room, it brings a smile to my face.
I just never see myself not in this place.
Able to, you know, kind of jump into a venture like this and have my daughter there with us, yeah, for me it's just great.
My grandma comes in here, right, because my grandpa passed away. And she comes in here and she's just like so proud of all of it.
Semi-joking when I said I'm living the dream. This is it, you know, this is kind of just build the sense of community from here and let it roll.
You know, Kelly's a mother of my child, you know, yeah, she means the world to me.
I hope someday, Niall, like, can look back and be like, yeah, this is so cool. Like, my mom did this, and this is my great-great-grandpa's wood and all this, and keep passing it down in the family.